Assalamu alaikum. Good day. How are you all? Hope you all are well. I'm Touhidul Islam. My ID is 181235287. Today I'm gonna discuss about our economy in this pandemic situation of COVID-19. So let's start. Bangladesh, a developing country whose economy is dependent on some big sectors like textile, agriculture, remittance, etc. But in 2020, the pandemic situation of COVID-19 is affecting all the sectors and destroying economy day by day. If we say about textile sectors, we can see it took some time for Bangladesh RMG sector to get back to business after Rana Plaza tragedy in 2013. In recent years, it worked so hard and got back on the feet successfully. As a result, the moment Bangladesh thought it had overcome the consequences of Rana Plaza and would achieve its target of 50 billion USD in export earnings by 2021, its dream was shattered by COVID-19. Some brands are deemed to be championing workers' rights, but the pandemic has shown their true colors. At the end of April 2020, orders for more than 3.17 billion worth of garments were cancelled, reported by 1,149 factories in Bangladesh. In fact, more than half of suppliers have had the bulk of their in-process and in some cases already completed production cancelled. Only 14 brands, including H&M, agreed to pay their 4 exports orders that were planned before the pandemic, leaving a long list of brands refusing to pay for goods workers and already made for them. While the loan package of 589 million USD that the Bangladesh government has given the industry is welcome, it will barely suffice given that RMG business pay out 423 million USD in wages alone every month. The cancellation of orders due to pandemic has already directly affected the lives of 2.27 million of the industry's 4 million workers. Right now, 47% of garment workers report that they are receiving zero income. On 15th of April, hundreds of workers staged demonstrations demanding their salaries for March, leading huge crowds to Dhaka, in one of the world's most densely populated cities, at the height of virus fears. Thus, this textile economy is being destroyed. If we focus on agriculture now, for a country like Bangladesh, agriculture can play a big role in overcoming the upcoming challenges. In the past COVID-19 era, Bangladesh is already a country which depends quite heavily on agriculture. Almost 87% of the rural people get at least some income from agriculture. However, two-thirds of rural households rely on both farm and non-farm incomes. But for this pandemic situation, this income is being affected. When we say about rice production, Bangladesh is the third rice producing country of the world. It feeds its own people by its own production. But for lockdown, the transports are off and so price of rice had been increased. People had to pay 500 to 700 taka more for per 50 kg rice, though govt took proper steps to solve this problem. When we say about vegetables or fruits, all the vegetables and fruits are being rotten for no transportation. According to the speech of a farmer near to me, he said, "We can send fruits to Dhaka every day with 20,000 taka for transportation, but now it is totally stopped and all my fruits are being rotten. Even mango export is off now, which is affecting economy." Fisheries is another export product that we can look to capitalize on. According to our fisheries minister, Bangladesh exported 68,655 tons of fisheries and fishes products worth about 38.4 billion taka in the fiscal year of 2018 and 2019. Bangladesh exports fishes and fisheries products to over 50 countries to the world, including the USA, China, Japan, and Russia, which is now totally off. Thus, agricultural economy is being affected. There are a large number of immigrants all over the world from Bangladesh. They send a huge amount of remittance to country, which is 7% of country's total GDP. In 2018 and 2019 financial year, Bangladesh got 16.42 billion US dollar from remittance. Before COVID-19, it was 12.5 billion USD till February of 2019-2020 fiscal financial year. But now it is near to zero. For this pandemic, 1 lakh expatriates returned to Bangladesh only from Middle East countries. As a result, their income is stopped, which is affecting country's economy. Overall, for this situation, Bangladesh's remittance loss is estimated to be 33% in 2020 and 2021 financial year. In case of transportation, pandemic is affecting a lot. All the transports of country is now off. Naval, air and borders all are off. All the shipping and products are off. All the flights agencies are off. Even train, bus, small vehicles also. This is obviously affecting the economy so badly. Countries' big developing projects like Metro Rail, Padma Bridge, Rupur project, etc. are being affected. Metro rail construction is off and it has erased 26,000 workers for this pandemic. In Padma Bridge project, there are so many foreign workers and employers who are being sent to their own countries and constructive works are stopped. In Rupur project, at first they continued their works, but as day by day the outbreak is increasing, so they stopped working also. All these things harming our economy a lot. The COVID-19 pandemic has thus far spread to 208 countries and regions of the world, significantly affecting the global economy. Since the virus has been growing exponentially, even the developed countries have been unable to contain its spread. As a result, people are dying in the affected areas at an alarming rate. If we look at the sector-wise resource distribution of operating and development budget for the financial year of 2019 and 2020, we would see the health sector has received merely 4.9% of the total allocation. Meanwhile, the education and technology sector has received 15.2 allocation, which is more than 3 times higher than the health sector allocation. Due to poor investment in healthcare infrastructure nationwide and scarcity of medical equipment, testing kits and doctors to combat COVID-19, the government is passing a very hard time. The government should act promptly to allocate further resources to healthcare infrastructure development to tackle this pandemic. Till now, there are no vaccination for this virus. Thus, isolation and lockdown are the only means to stop the spread of this deadly virus. So now, we have to do what is to follow the rules and regulations provided by World Health Organization and Bangladesh government properly and hope for the best to end this worst situation. And the last thing is pray to the Almighty. Thank you.